Hey everyone, welcome to Be Strong, Be You. First, before I get into my story, I'd like to thank everyone for the kind words as I got through Memorial Day. I made it out of my house to City Garden to in a wrap. Of course, today I'm doing a different style of a wrap, and I actually like this one. So that was interesting. I did not get a picture when I was in the store, but I will tell you that while I was in a light jog trying to hurry up and get out of the store, because all I was thinking at that moment is, if this wrap comes down, I'm leaving the store immediately. As I was walking quickly through the store, this gentleman looked at me and said, "You are so beautiful. You look like a queen." And it caught me off guard, and I looked back at him, and in my mind I thought, if you only knew what was going through my mind right now. But I looked at him and I said, "Thank you." And then I hurried and checked out my stuff and got to my car. But I just thought, I know people always tell me no one's gonna even know, but like, it's the fact that I know. But it was good to hear that, and I was really proud of myself that I made it out of my house and through that. So I'm really glad for everyone who enjoyed the videos, for being there with me, and I can't wait to do more. And more importantly, I can't wait to do things without my hair. So thank you for that. I'd also like to welcome alopecians who are in the United Kingdom and who are also in Switzerland. So welcome to watching the Be Strong, Be You blog. And also welcome all alopecians all over the world and in the US. Thank you. As I get into my story today, my story is my introduction to the wig. And I am working on getting my photos. This really bothers me that I have no photos, because I feel like my timeline in my head is so jumbled, at least at my younger years. So when I talk about my timeline, it's going to be elementary, middle school, high school, and then of course as I'm an adult, because different things happened at different stages, of course. And my life was so jumbled up with craziness that that's the only way to do it. But of course, as a child, it's just more cloudy, and I really did need those pictures to help give me my timeline in my mind. So I hope I can get those pictures. So what I can remember is I showed up to school in a braided wig, and that's what makes me so mad about them coming back now. I'm like, man, when I first got a braided wig, they were just not even popular. But that braided wig was everything to me when I walked up in class. And I will never forget this. I don't remember who said it in my classroom, but one of my peers was like, "I love that wig on you." And that was probably all the reassurance I needed. And I thought I was golden. I was like, I'm normal again. Whew, this is fine. I can do this. So it was like I had a wig, and that was it. I was fine. Everything seemed to be fine until things started to change. And I'll start with school. School wasn't so much. And when I talk about the bullying I endured, at this point, because we were so young, I can't say that it was in elementary malicious rather than curiosity. So, for example, we would play kickball, and instead of just throwing the ball at my body, my legs, it was thrown at my head. And I'll remember this one time it was thrown at my head, and I was at home plate, so I was about to score a point. And it was thrown at my head, and my wig came off. And I literally laid on the ground until my teacher came and picked me up. I won't forget that. Like, I literally laid on the ground until the teacher came and picked me up, because I knew at that point my hair came off my head. So it got to the point where it was kind of like the headband the headband, when the headband came off my head, I was completely embarrassed. So when the wig was completely covering my head, I felt the same way. So that was the start of what is going on here. I was supposed to be normal, and this is happening to me. A lot more of that happened more so when I was at home. Of course, there's a lot. At this point, I had three, not really, I was the oldest of four, but not all of my brothers were born at this point. So I had two brothers at this point. And my brother Ryan was one of them. And then my brother Tyron was born. And Tyron was about 2 or 3 at this point. He was a baby, toddler. And it got to the point, you know, we were roughhousing and playing, and then my hair would come off. And we would laugh about it because it was kind of like, oh, my hair fell off, ha ha ha. You know, kind of like what you do when you watching a video and stuff. But something happened where it wasn't funny anymore, where it became a mechanism to get me to do what they wanted me to do. So if I wasn't doing what they wanted me to do, or they got upset with me just in a normal argument, we're just gonna snatch your hair off. And I would, you know, no, give me my hair back. And it was just like a fight for my hair, you know, like, give me my hair back. So then in us doing that as older kids, my littlest brother Tyron started to do it. But Tyron was a baby, and he would do that in church. So then it was really embarrassing. Like, we're in church, and Tyron would just be sitting on my mom's lap, and I'd be sitting next to my mom, and Tyron would just reach over and just grab my hair off, just out of nowhere. And at first, we would kind of laugh, but there were a few times I know I dove for the floor. Like, you would have thought, I don't know, you would have thought something was coming down, tornado or something was coming. I was on the floor looking for my hair because he was a baby. And I thought, now that I'm older, I'm like, it's so important of what we do in front of children and what they absorb and what they watch, because he really thought that that was okay. So then I began to be very fearful of even being around him and not wanting to be around him because I knew that he would snatch my hair off, and he didn't know any better. So I watched my mom try to undo that, but it was too late. It was too late. I was already emotionally damaged at that point, to the point where I was like, I just want my hair to stay on my head, because people laughed and people, it didn't feel good. You know, no one likes to be laughed at. And I think at first I laughed with, but then I knew I'm being laughed at. And that is where I knew this is not okay. So as I move into my story, it's going to get to the point where I will do whatever it takes to not be in the situation to be laughed at. Even if that means avoiding things altogether, shutting them out of my life, just not doing things. And that's what you will see. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I was really saddened by that, because I never really got that from my mother, that reassurance, like, you're gonna be fine. And I don't know what that would have I'm sorry. And in this moment, I know that if my brother watches this, I know he does. I don't fault you for that. I don't fault you for that. Because I know now you're much older and you're not running around here pulling my hair off. So I don't want you to think like she's mad at me. This is just how I felt at the time. But I do know like this is just what was allowed, and that was what happened. So it is what it is. So my introduction to the wig was I really loved it, but it was very short-lived. And as I move forward, we'll see the effects of that. And fortunately, my hair does grow back. And we'll talk about the effects of that and my emotions with all of that. So, yeah, that, and you know what? Now that I think about braided wigs, I get a little upset because I know y'all all done watch Beyonce's Lemonade, and y'all see that wig that she got on, and I'm like, man, she's doing that. Maybe I should go get one, put it on, and just be like, oh, you know, Beyonce. So that's it. I'm gonna stop because I'm feeling like I can't really make it through the rest of this video like that. I'm feeling like I can't make it. But so comment and share, and I'm gonna try to do something else this coming weekend, and I don't know what that will be, but I'm very excited for what I am doing in myself. This has been very positive. No matter how difficult it is, I'm very proud and of myself, and with God, I know all things are possible regardless of how difficult it may be. And I love my brothers. I love them, even though they're a part of my story that's unfortunate. I love them. And even as I talk about my peers at school, they will learn to know that they really didn't get to know me because I didn't get a chance to know them, and you all will too. So just bear with me, and keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your prayers, and be strong, be you. Have a great rest of the week.